The legal system of ancient Rome was infamous for its harsh and elaborate punishments, reflecting a civilization that held strict ideas about justice, order, and the preservation of moral and social hierarchy. Crimes were not merely offenses against individuals or property. They were viewed as threats to the stability of the state itself. As a result, Rome's penal code prescribed punishments meant not only to penalize the guilty, but also to serve as public spectacles of deterrence. One of the most feared penalties was reserved for those who committed the ultimate moral violation, killing a family member. This crime, known as parricide, was regarded as an unspeakable act that destroyed the sacred bonds of kinship and the stability of Roman society. The punishment was as macabre as it was symbolic. The condemned was sewn into a large leather sack called a culeus, along with 4 animals: a dog, a monkey, a snake, and a rooster. Each creature represented chaos and evil in Roman culture, embodying the unnatural nature of the crime. The sack was then thrown into a river or the sea, dooming its unfortunate occupant to a slow, struggling death surrounded by shrieking, hissing, and biting animals. This gruesome ritual reinforced the idea that a person capable of killing a parent or relative was unworthy even of a proper burial or a natural death. For crimes of treason or betrayal against the Roman state, the punishment was equally unforgiving. Traitors and those who plotted against the government or emperor were thrown from the Tarpeian Rock, a steep cliff on the Capitoline Hill overlooking the Roman Forum. The fall itself was often fatal, but if the condemned somehow survived, executioners waited below to finish the task. The symbolism was clear. Betrayal hurled one from Rome's highest political ground, literally and morally, into dishonor and death. Religious purity held a sacred place in Roman life, and violations of its rituals were treated with particular severity. The Vestal Virgins, priestesses devoted to the goddess Vesta, were bound by a lifelong vow of chastity. Their sacred duty was to maintain the eternal flame of Rome and to remain pure as a symbol of the city's spiritual endurance. When a Vestal Virgin broke her vow, the punishment was considered both just and necessary to restore divine balance. Yet because her body was regarded as sacred, she could not be executed outright. Instead, she was buried alive in a small underground chamber with a lamp, a loaf of bread, and a jug of water, insufficient to sustain life, but symbolically permitting the gods to decide her fate. Suffocating alone in darkness, she became a tragic warning of the price of sacrilege. Rome's punishments extended also to those accused of sorcery, poisoning, or spreading dangerous new beliefs, charges often directed at women and early Christians. Convictions could lead to execution in the arena, where the condemned were tied to stakes and left to be torn apart by wild beasts before cheering crowds. These gruesome spectacles served dual purposes: eliminating perceived threats to Roman social order and providing mass entertainment that reinforced imperial power. In each case, the punishments of Rome revealed a civilization both disciplined and brutal, determined to preserve authority through fear, ritual, and relentless public example. Hit subscribe now for more facts that shaped history.